Most people think karma is something that happens later, but here's the brain science problem. Your brain is not waiting. Your brain is changing right now. Every choice you repeat is teaching your nervous system what person you are becoming. And if you want better health, stronger relationships, more discipline, deeper confidence, greater purpose, and a future you are proud to live in, cannot afford to wait what your daily choices are wiring into your brain. I'm Dr. Sean, and today we're talking about the law of cause and effect through the lens of neuroscience. Every major tradition has some version of this law. What you plant, you harvest. What you practice, you become. What you put out, you eventually live with. Karma, cause and effect. Seed and harvest. Action and consequence. Call it what you want, but here is the new way I want you to see it. Karma is not just the universe keeping score. Your brain is keeping score. Every thought you repeat, every habit you practice, every word you speak, every action you take, your brain and your body are paying attention, and they are adapting. Here's the mechanism. Every action you take creates feedback. When you act with integrity, tell the truth, help someone, keep a promise, do the hard thing, or take one step toward the person you are trying to become, your brain receives a signal. That signal says, this matters. Do that again. Your brain begins linking aligned action with internal reward. And over time, the pathway gets stronger. That is why one responsible choice can make the next responsible choice a little easier. One workout can make the next workout a little more possible. One blood pressure check can make the next health decision feel more real. One honest conversation can make the next relationship repair less frightening. One financial decision can make the next act of discipline more believable. One act of courage can make the next brave step feel less impossible. That is cause and effect. Not magic, neurobiology, but the opposite is also true. When we keep avoiding doing the things we need to face, our brains learn avoidance. When we keep reacting in anger, our brains practice anger. When we keep breaking promises to ourselves, our brains start expecting us not to follow through. When we keep ignoring our health, skipping movement, avoiding the numbers, hiding from conversations, cutting corners, and living out of fear, our nervous systems also learn that pattern. And over time, that pattern has effects. Stress builds, trust erodes, confidence weakens, relationships strain, opportunities get missed, our bodies feel the cost, our minds feel the cost, our futures feel the cost. That's why this matters today. Not next year, not someday when life calms down. Today, because our next repeated action is not just a choice, it's a cause, and your brain is already beginning to feel the effect. Now hear this clearly, your biology is not trying to punish you. Your biology is trying to guide you. Your nervous system was designed to learn. It learns what you repeat. It reinforces what you return to. So when people say, what goes around comes around, I want you to hear it this way. What you repeat gets wired, and what you wire gets easier, and what gets easier becomes your life. That is the neuroscience of karma. If you repeatedly choose health, your brain begins to build the identity of someone who takes care of themselves. If you repeatedly choose fitness, your brain begins to build the identity of someone who moves. If you repeatedly choose discipline, your brain begins to build the identity of someone who follows through. If you repeatedly choose honesty, your brain begins to build the identity of someone who can be trusted. If you repeatedly choose courage, your brain begins to build the identity of someone who does not run from the hard things. And if you repeatedly choose purpose, your brain begins to organize your attention, your energy, and your decisions around the person you are called to become. That is powerful, because it means your life is not only shaped by what happens to you, it's shaped by the causes you keep setting in motion. So today, ask yourself, what cause am I creating with this choice? When I skip the workout, what am I practicing? When I take the walk, what am I building? When I avoid the blood pressure check, what am I reinforcing? When I take responsibility for my health, what am I becoming? When I speak with kindness, what am I planting? When I react with anger, what am I repeating? When I open the bill, tell the truth, apologize first, prepare for the meeting, save the money, keep the promise, or choose discipline over comfort. What effect am I starting? That question can change your life, because your brain is not just recording your intentions. Your brain is recording your repetition, and your future is being shaped by the causes you practice today. So choose your causes wisely. Choose one cause today that your future self will thank you for. One walk, one workout, one blood pressure check, one healthier meal, one honest conversation, one act of forgiveness, one financial decision, one focused work session, one courageous step, one promise kept, because every one of those actions sends a message to your brain. This is who we are becoming. Do not wait for your life to change before you change the pattern. Change the pattern, and your brain begins to build the life. If you've been with us all week, this series is about more than just motivation. It's about mechanism. It's about rewiring. It's about discovering victory in real life. Drop a comment right now. My brain keeps score. And then tell me the one cause you are committed to set in motion today. Tomorrow is our biggest video of the week, the law of oneness, going deep, and I believe it will shift something in you. Subscribe so you catch it. I'm Dr. Sean, and I want you to keep winning.